Hey, what's going on, guys? Patriot Prime here once again with another random Saturday night. And I am here with Firetox, Kato, and Bert the Stormtrooper. Say hi, everybody.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, we got Galvatron. You're not late for the party. The party's just starting. And we have no plan for this whatsoever. This is one of those random bullshit nights where we're just going to talk all about whatever. But we are honored to have our weapons dealer in the chat, Firetox here. This is the guy who makes our 3D weapons. He makes stuff that if you have a 3D printer, they're available for free for you to download. So, Mike, if you want, tell everybody a little bit about yourself. They've seen your stuff through all of our channels. Kato's got it perfect. He's looking right at him. So, who are you?
Well, Brady Bunch.
Well, I started doing this, I guess, a little over a year ago. It started with just making a few things for myself, but I found that when I would look up trying to find any kind of like extra weapons or something, because the Hasbro packaging just is really lacking in accessories nowadays, that at the time you couldn't find a whole lot that was just a free download. I'm gonna have to mute and take that squeak toy from my dog. And a lot of the stuff that I would find was always on Shapeways, and Shapeways is to me, it's very expensive. And I thought, well, I mean, if I'm gonna make stuff for myself, I'll just throw it all out there. As so long as I set myself on the goal of like, this is not a job. This is what I do for fun. I'm not trying to make money doing this. So that's why everything will always be free. Not that I don't, honestly, not that I don't make a little bit of money doing this when, because I'm more than happy to print things for people if they can't. And it started off, it was just a couple of the things that I have that I wanted parts for, like replacement parts for a G1 figure, or maybe a couple of guns that I just come up with off the top of my head. And then it turned into more G1 style stuff for figures, so they had a better weapon, like Bumblebee. And then as the Facebook page, when that went up and it grew a little bit, things that started off like the filler pack for Starscream. I actually worked on that with a guy that was on the page because I didn't have the Starscream figure. So he came up with the original. He just wanted a filler piece. And I said, well, you know what we can do? Just interchangeable weapons. You can have all kinds of stuff coming off the front of the thing. You can have, and that's when I came up with the all the different guns that goes on the front and little rocket pods that'll poke you in the finger when you try to put it on.
A lot of your weaponry tends to really dig into your finger when you're applying it.
Yeah, that Grimlock sword was quite
Grimlock
sharp.
sword, yeah. I shot a video today of the last batch of weapons and accessories that I got from Firetox. And I mentioned you, Kato, because when I was going over the swords for both Cyclonus and Grimlock, same thing. It's like, hey, these are, be careful if they give you any kind of friction or resistance going in. Don't force them. Take them out, sand them down a little bit, and then put them in. It's better that way than if they were too thin and then you put them in and they're too floppy and then they just fall out. Better that they're thick and that you sand them down a little bit. And I said something that Kato said the same thing in his video with the Grimlock sword or something like that.
Yeah, the Grimlock sword came off sharper than I thought it would. There's been a couple of things where
so good though.
Yeah, I noticed that. I just need to get a Grimlock now. I'm still on the
yeah. But that was the case for both of my swords. The Cyclonus sword did the same thing. Like the Cyclonus sword out of the package, it didn't go into his hand, but it literally just took a couple of. I think I keep a nail file on my desk, so I just took that and I just took like a minute, maybe. It just barely touched it and it went right in.
I sort of do that on purpose. The reason why, and I noticed this since I've bought almost all of the Optimus Primes that have come out since Siege now, I noticed that none of Hasbro's 5mm pegs are always 5mm. It is all over the place. And there's...
Sorry, man. You're not used to how we are.
No, it's cool. But like, I noticed that like the same part would be really tight on one figure and fall out of another figure. Mm-hmm. And if I tried to adjust the part per each figure, it wouldn't work across the board. So now everything is based on the 5 millimeters. Generally, it's either going to be too tight or just right, and then you might have to use a piece of sandpaper.
And that's perfect. And that's perfect for that exact same reason, because it's better that it's a little thick and let me shave a little bit off. And
I like where this is going.
Then if it's too thin and you put it on the figure and it just falls off, then it's no good. So you can always take away, but you can never add.
Right. Yeah, especially with these. I don't know. I know there's the floor polish trick that everyone uses for like ball joints. I don't know what that would do to this plastic.
Mm-hmm. On the Cyclonus Sword, is the hilt and the blade, they're two pieces. Is that by design? Are they supposed to be glued together, or is it? I don't know. And I say this in the video as well. So what happened when I was shooting it is I put the sheath on Cyclonus's back. You'll see this on Wednesday when the video comes out. And then I put the sword into the sheath. And then when I went to pull it out, the handle came out, the blade stayed in. And I just kind of stopped and I went, oh, I'm glad that happened, because that's actually, it didn't break. That's made that way. It's in two pieces.
Right.
Yeah, when mine came in the envelope, it was like that. And I thought, oh, crap, it snapped off.
No,
that's when I realized, wait, that's a slot where you slide it right in and it works perfect.
Yeah. So I don't know anything about Cyclonus in the comics. So I don't know why Cyclonus has a sword or the story behind it or not. So I say this in the videos, like, I don't know if it's like a lightsaber where sometimes he just has the handle and sometimes he has the sword. I don't know, but it came in two pieces. I'm leaving it in two pieces until I know better. I don't know if I'm
looking up. It's IDW.
Yeah.
So that's actually because of the way it prints. If I did do a test where I made the entire Cyclonus Sword and I printed it standing up. So because you get the better detail like that and with the supports and stuff. And when you do it that way, the first time I put it in the sheath, right along the layer lines, the actual blade of the sword just snapped off.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of doing it that way, I redesigned the blade as a separate piece, so it prints laying down. So these are your layers. They run the length of the blade.
Okay.
The actual hilt stands up when it prints, so it gets all the detail, and then you just plug one into the other. And I didn't think to glue it before I sent it.
So the answer is I'm supposed to glue it. It is supposed to be.
Yeah, just if you glue it in there, you'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's a snug fit.
I didn't know if it was like a lightsaber thing or not. I didn't know.
Any good collector has some glue on hand.
Oh yeah, you got to have your glue on hand. I mean,
speaking of which, I don't think I have any.
I mean, I usually keep it in the shower for shampoo purposes, but that's just me.
Wait, hold on. Got my beauty products.
Oh, there we go. Your bikini waxer.
Oh, no, that's your hair.
We call that the Brazilian.
Yeah, we're already that train has derailed. Well, while Firetox is talking about his stuff, we all have some of his items. I'm not going to take away from Bert's review, but here is the Cyclonus Sword he was talking about. Really nice looking sword that actually comes with a sheath that attaches to his back. And you can get that sheath in purple or gray. And the sword fits in great. So there's the Cyclonus Sword. He also has this Megatron, G2 Megatron cannon adapter right here. And that one's one of those really tight fits. But once you take it off and you can mount it on the tank, it looks like a rocket pod.
Fantastic.
So Jason talked about the Cyclonus Sword. Kato's already done a video on the Grimlock Sword. We have all collectively talked about the Cheater Peter.
Cheater Peter.
Mike, do you want me to say anything about this? Or do you want to wait until Wednesday when the video comes out?
It's up to you.
Okay. Well, this is my channel, not yours.
You all have one.
Yeah.
I said
it brings people over.
Bert can talk about that because he's the Ghostbuster guy.
Yep.
Oh, and yeah, this one I still need to go over because I absolutely love it. The Skylinks neck piece, which separates all that red neck.
Yeah, I gotta get me one of those.
And this thing looks awesome, very G1 toy inspired. It just clips on the neck, little piece like so. It's got a couple notches in it that matches up Two little holes right there.
Yeah, the neck on him just bothered me.
Yeah, what'd you call it? Said it looked like a big sausage?
Yeah, it was like a sausage with a bird's head on the top of it. It was like sausage links.
now I can't unsee that.
Yeah.
All right, Bert, go for it. Let's
So
talk
good.
some
There it is.
Ghostbusters parts.
There it is.
Oh, that's cool. I was wondering what the yellow things were for.
Yeah, so you can get so I got the two traps, one in gray,
That's
which
a trap.
I put a little red paint on the pipes there, and then on the black one, dude, I got to show you the black one here. Look at the paint on this,
Nice.
That looks really
Love
good.
that.
and I put the silver on the top too, and then I also did the stripes on the doors. So this trap, let me take this apart. This is so cool. I can't stop playing with this thing. So you got.
I know that feeling.
That's what my mom said. Okay.
Happy Valentine's Day.
So there's the trap as you see it. So it's three pieces. It's the trap itself, and then you got the two little yellow doors, and these are on hinges, so they do open, and then you got a little hole in there, right? So what you do is you take one of your blast effects. This is blast effect compatible, and you can pop that right in there. So now you got that effect going on, and then there's several different lengths of this. So this one, you'll know these little yellow pieces, they got a thick end and a narrow end. So the thick end is going to go into your blast effect. And then the thin end is going to go into your ghost that came with Ectotron. Now, if you have an original Ectotron like I do, you only have Slimer. If you have the new one that they're selling in Target, there's two ghosts. There's this guy, and then there's the blue ghost from Afterlife. So he has a little hole on the bottom.
Bunghole.
That's going to peg into there. So you can make a short stream, you can make a long stream. It's completely up to you, but it does make for that really cool effect of the trap actually trapping Slimer, which is
That's cool.
So cool. I absolutely love this. And of course, it fits into Ectotron's hand as well.
So great.
You know, and they're perfectly customizable pieces. I've been going nuts with the paint on these to make them look good. So, they look good. It's to give them detail because I have to make them look like the movie.
All right, Kato, what are you going to show off?
Well, like Bert said, I already did the review of the badass Grimlock sword, which I absolutely love, sharp or not.
That is the perfect word for it too.
Yeah. And I'm going to do something different. I was not going to show these until I was done with them, but he, because I did the weapons pack. I did the three weapons pack 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, that we couldn't see because of the gray background.
Yeah, eat me. The if you're staring at the thumbnail too long, that's your problem. The what he did do is he hooked me up with some Rejecticons paraphernalia.
Oh, cool.
And so I'm going to show that off because I wasn't going to, but it's worth showing off. So he gave me a limited edition roller.
Oh, that's cool.
That's nice. It's got the Rejecticon logo. Yes.
Rejecticon's logo on there.
That is cool.
Which is epic. But then I'm working on a little surprise for the other guys that will include one of these.
Nice.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Badass.
Larkin, close your eyes and plug your ears. Don't look at this.
Well, I guess I can send Larkin the file now.
Yep, go for it. They are aware that something was happening, but they still don't know what yet. So, but
Well,
it's
I'm going to hit you up. I need a PPR logo. That's awesome. That is awesome.
I'm just
Long
looking
ago,
at the Armada
tried to
Prime
make
box
it.
behind Kato there.
I
What's
actually tried to use.
I'm looking at that Armada Prime and box behind you there.
Yeah, it's sweet.
Oh yeah.
Still there in the box.
All right. So, anybody have any pickups this week?
I picked up the we talked about this before we started. I got the G1 style reissues of the Headmasters, the Titan Returns Headmasters. So, and I've got the first 4. I heard this week that the other 3 came out, but I got Chrome Dome, Mind Wipe, Hardhead, and I always get these confused, Highbrow or Brainstorm. I think this is Brainstorm.
That's Brainstorm's the jet, Highbrow's the helicopter.
Yeah, I always confuse them. So the next, so I've got those four. The next three are going to be Skullcruncher, Brainstorm, or no, Highbrow. We just covered this, and Weird Wolf. So those are the next three. And these are the reissues of the Titan Returns Headmasters, but they have they've been repainted to more closely match the G1 toys, and they have new headmasters that look like G1 headmasters instead of
you didn't have the Titan Return original,
I did not. No, when the Titan Returns figures first came out, when that was right when I decided to stop buying everything and would only concentrate on either G1s or Masterpiece or Prime figures because I was just spending way too much money, and decided to just cut back on my collecting. And that was right when these came out, or the original ones of these came out. And I remember seeing them in stores, and those are the ones that I had to force myself not to buy. And I'm like, nope, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to buy them. I can see them. I like them. They look great. I'm not going to buy them. So I have no experience on these. And I'm actually, I feel fortunate that I didn't pick them up the first time, because my choice of having these would have been these, the G1 style ones with the G1 style head. So I'm glad that I didn't have to buy them again.
That's what stopped me from buying them again. That's probably the first time I've held off buying a Transformer in a couple years, because that's the only thing my Walmart's got lately is those. And the box looks pretty. I love that G1 style box, but I already have the figure. I have nowhere to store those boxes. And I'm like, those are $25 a pop for figures I already have.
25?
I had to reel it in. Huh?
25?
My Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
No kidding. They're 20 down here.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't find them.
Yeah.
I can't find
I
any.
guess you guys are getting the snow tax.
Probably.
Yeah. And Florida's getting the no tax.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. The only thing I got this week, I caved. I wasn't going to get these, but I got the Shattered Glass, Optimus Prime, and Ratchet. And you get these centered. These look amazing. I wasn't going to get them at all, and I watched a review on it. Might have been Ghost Prime, and this Prime is just beautiful.
Yeah.
And I just thought, what the hell? I'll get them. And unbelievably tight for a figure that's been out for a while. And, of course, you saw I got all the Toyhax decals in. Jazz now looks absolutely amazing.
Dude, I watched that video today.
That.
It looks so
That is
good.
one of my favorite Toyhax kits.
I mean, they did a great job on this guy.
The Grease Pit one was good too, but that Jazz one was just.
You know, it's funny. I watched both of those videos this morning when I was driving more like listened to them as I'm driving my daughter to dance. I just had them playing and I was listening to them.
Listening to a Toyhax videos really got to show off a lot of the detail.
Well, I make her describe them and what's good. Okay, tell me what you see. What's he saying? What figure is he pointing at? Tell me.
Well, next up, I've got Tiger Track to do, Toyhax wise, and the Slither Fang trio.
Did I show you that I got a bunch of Slither Fangs at Target for $1.19 a piece?
You did. And I'm not going to tell you how much I paid for mine.
They were going nuts with the clearance this year. They had some really good clearances this year. That's when I picked up my Shockwave for like $20.
That's about what I paid for mine, because when Shockwave first came out, I was like, I am not paying $50 for a Voyager figure where I'm going to put all the crap in storage, because, I just play all mine in bot mode.
Well, I like the
caved and got him for about $30 on eBay.
I like using the thing for that little base thing,
Yeah.
which is funny because this is pictured in the back of the box, but the instructions don't tell you how to build this.
Yeah, I remember that.
You have to figure it out by looking at the picture. But I like the little battle stand there. I mean, the thing of it is that I like the spaceship mode, but I like it with the add-ons. The spaceship, him by himself in spaceship mode is okay, but with these add-ons, he just screams Robotech to me.
Yep.
It just looks like something out of Robotech, and I love it. And then for the robot mode, I just like the little battle stand. I don't like the armor on them, but I do like the battle stand on them. So something that I thought I was going to put in storage, I ended up actually liking and keeping out.
For the longest time, I put that up on a I put that up on a figure stand as a drone.
Oh, I think
Oh,
Mine
yeah.
won't stay together. When I
Yours
do
won't
that on mine, the two side pieces just fall off. The
Yeah,
pegs
That's the first time.
Oh,
it's
really?
happened.
Yeah, no, mine. Yeah,
I
mine
swear
stayed.
that's never happened to me before.
only when you're on camera.
Yep. Oh, I got. There's something else I got. I forgot to mention.
Oh, the G1.
G1 punch counter punch.
Punch
Funny
counter
story. This was complete coincidence. This literally fell into my lap because this was right when I shot and released the video on this one, and everybody was talking about this like a week and a half ago. Everybody was talking about this guy, and it just so happens that a buddy of mine from the 501st sent me a message, and he goes, "Hey, my uncle." The backstory was that growing up, his family and his uncle, they lived next door to each other in this apartment complex, and they had one of those shared attics. So he tells me that his uncle was cleaning out the attic and he found a bunch of his old toys. He sends me pictures looking to identify them because he didn't know what they were. And this was one of the toys that he didn't know. So yeah, once I identified him and I told him what it was, he asked me if I wanted it, and he gave me a really good price for this. So no weapon, but other than that, fantastic.
That's the night the lights went out in VA.
Yeah, I'm still here. I just screwed up and I touched my phone to check a message that popped up. Now it killed everything.
I was gonna say, I hope that if Jason gets kicked out, we still get to.
Yeah, you're still rolling.
Oh yeah, if he gets kicked out, we stay on the channel and we can say whatever the hell we want.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
fine.
We can
Hey,
top the hell out of this channel.
channel up for kids.
That's right. I got a few things this week. Mostly not Transformers. I was supposed to have Generation Toy Megatron, which I am stoked to get. It's the Stealth Bomber Megatron.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the little deluxe.
No, it's an MP scale. I think it's the Generation Toy.
It's a third party one. Based on the
Yeah.
Deluxe.
It's gorgeous, and it's been stuck in Texas for a week because of all the crap going on there.
What?
But yeah, I picked it up from a buddy on Instagram that was selling some stuff, and I always told myself if that figure comes up, I want it because it is absolutely beautiful. So I've got that coming. But in the meantime, I believe you know this fella. You all might know him, Delmus Dugan. You know Delmus Dugan, right? PPR.
Oh yeah, great guy.
Yeah, he was kind enough. He sent me a message saying that he found Wave 3 of the Retro Joes in stock.
Oh, very cool.
And he sent them to me. I told him he gifted them to me, and that's worth mentioning because it was very awesome. So I got the Cobra Commander 3 3/4, which is a beautiful figure, by the way. These are the best in the series, I think. You got Duke with his I just got shot in the chest by Serpentor face. And my favorite, Lady J.
Nice.
Love Lady J. But I love these 3 3/4. I've been kind of deciding on skipping out on the classified from now on because I'm going all in on the Action Force Falaverse stuff. But the 3 3/4 just look so good and retro. I had to keep them. See, I told you we kicked them out.
I think Patriot Prime is officially gone, and we own his channel now.
There we go.
That's it.
Now, time for me to take off my pants.
Now we get naked. Why did me and you both think about getting naked first?
That's a thing.
It's exciting, right?
The funniest thing was the look on Jason's face when his camera first froze. Did you see that? Because he went to look at a message and he went like that.
It just locked up.
And he just froze like that. It was hysterical. Can he still hear us? I don't hear him anymore. I could hear him tapping away on his keyboard there for a minute.
That might have been me. I was replying to something in the chat, and I forgot the clicky keyboard.
He's using some colorful language right now. Well, Firetox, did you get anything? If I keep drinking this sweet tea, I'm going to start calling you Tire Fox and Sturt the Born Trooper.
I didn't get anything this week. Last week I got the Nemesis set, or not the Nemesis set. I have brain fart. I got the Shattered Glass set, and I got the what's he called? the gas station. I got the gas station.
Oh, Grease Pit?
Grease Pit, yeah.
I watched Jason's video on that this morning, and it kind of made me want to buy one.
I know.
So,
I did not.
I haven't put this out yet. So what happened was I saw that video, and I was looking at the Grease Pit, and then I got my Grease Pit out, and I was looking at it, and I was looking at the stickers that the Toyhax set comes with. So I made, where is it? Another sign piece. It's the exact same. Like, I'm not gonna lie. This is definitely not an original idea. This is the exact same red piece that comes with Grease Pit, only it's not hollow, so that you could have more than one of them if you wanted to use all of the stickers that comes in that set.
Oh, sweet.
Oh,
So if you print this in red, you could have the original gas station logo, print two of these.
Welcome back to your channel.
And then I threw one on Ironworks.
You know what we need for these little dudes? So we need one of you 3D printing heroes to start printing these.
All the ramps.
Yeah, print ramps galore. You think, because I mean, let's talk about this. Each one of these kits, they come with one ramp, and if you want to build a good city, one ramp is not enough. How has it not occurred to Hasbro that they can sell these in packs of, like, I don't know, 5 for like $10?
The same way I feel about
the 80s when there was Masters of the Universe weapon packs, there was G.I. Joe weapon packs. They are missing the boat. They could do the blast effects. They could do the ramps. Yeah,
Hasbro could have been selling these in packs of 5 or 10 for like $10-15, and we were going to buy them.
That's why we're buying 4 and 5 of these ramp guys. That's why they're doing
I haven't bought any one of them because I hate them all. I don't like any one of those ramp dudes. I hate them. I want just a plain ramp. So I need one of you 3D printing heroes to start making that happen.
That's another thing they have coming in.
The tie down piece for the Nemesis Prime set that holds. I know, Jason, yours. When I sent you the Nemesis set, it slid back and forth. Well, I fixed that. I think I sent you the little piece. It clicks onto the back of the trailer using that port. So I already have that port made up. It would just be mirror it and put it on a stick.
That would work. Oh, and FYI, what happened to me was I was getting messages on Facebook, so I never know who it is. I use my phone as my webcam, and when I opened that messenger up, I killed all the connections to the computer. And I, for the life of me, couldn't get it to reactivate. I had to actually.
And if you're not here to press end live stream, this doesn't process, and this doesn't save, and this doesn't get uploaded.
Oh, well, I can do it on the phone because that's what happened in my Stan Bush interview.
Yeah.
I don't know how it happened, but the town lost power. Yet, for some reason, the computer was still on, but it just would not let me shut down. And I know everybody joined 10 minutes. What's that?
So you're saying that you had the touch?
I had something. But I know for 10 minutes, all they heard was me bitching. And finally, I realized I can shut it down on my phone because I didn't just want to exit out because then I would lose that interview.
Yeah, I kept messaging him. I was like, dude, you're not here. I was like, go to your phone. Shut it down from your phone.
I mean, I was saying words that, hell, I didn't even know.
You were talking about weapon packs and how great they were. That's why that's another thing I have coming in. I ordered the Action Force Valaverse weapon. He was selling the prototype weapon packs, the all black weapon pack. So I've got some actual real world weapons coming in for the Joes from that. I love the fact that they're doing weapon pack and accessory packs and all. They got 2 different weapon packs and a couple of different backpack sets. I'm so excited for that line.
Hey, Patriot, highlight Jay Lee's comment.
The 5 ramp ones. There we go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
That's
I don't know why they didn't do like a mystery box of blast effects. Why not do a blind box blast effects set? You don't know what you're going to get. You buy them.
Yeah, they blind pack everything else. I mean, I know everybody has their baggie of blast effects.
I got a coffee cup of blast effects.
And you know what's funny? Let me see if I can find it.
I got them right here so that I can use them in reviews, and then when I'm doing reviews, I forget to use them.
I've gotten in the habit of using them at the very end. Of course, now I can't find the one I wanted to show off. There's one blast effect that I always go to.
Anthony Court, he's awesome.
Yes, thank you so much, buddy.
Thank you, sir.
Great guy. Fantastic guy. I follow him on Instagram. Really nice guy.
Oh, yeah.
Deluxe
This one
wants
right
a
here.
weapon pack.
The very first blast effect that I got,
Yep.
I think it came with Calibers. That is my favorite one. And they never made another collar of this one.
Yeah.
No.
They
Love
came
that
close with the little fire blast that came with, what was the Purple Seeker's name? The flamethrower guy?
I like that one and the little pink laser blast.
Yeah. Now these here, I hate these.
Oh, the Scourge one.
I like them. I like those.
These?
Yeah, that's the
think
one
they
I
look
use
like
a lot.
Christmas lights.
Yeah, I use
I
that.
can't remember what I used them
now
on,
I don't like
but I like them. Oh, I think that I used. Oh no, I can't. I used them on something and they worked really well. I actually like those quite a bit.
Now the 86 Scourge, I hate. He looks like he bought that from Adam and Eve.
Yep. Yep. That
I don't
is a
remember
Pandora's box.
Oh, and your trick worked, Bert. I was able to get him back in place.
Now you had a limp accessory.
I had a limp one.
Oh,
Bert helped.
if it lasts longer than 3 hours,
So
you
your
gotta call
physician.
Firetox.
Jason, if you see if you see the second wave of those headmasters, let me know, please.
Oh, will do. Will do.
Because here is a complete crapshoot. I got these completely by chance. The closest Walmart to me on a Saturday, I went there in the morning when I took my daughter to dance for dance practice. I went there again in the afternoon after I picked her up, and there was nothing. And 3 hours later, a friend of mine calls me from that same Walmart, and he sends me a picture. Says, "Hey, have you seen these? Are you looking for these?" I'm like, "What the crap? I've been to that store twice today." And they're like, "No, they're literally putting them." It was 4 in the afternoon, and they were putting them out right then. He saw those, and I said, "Do me a favor, grab them, put them in your cart. I'll be right there." And I drove over there to buy them. So it was completely by chance, and I've never seen them in my store again. Just like I have never seen that Netflix Soundwave ever in stores.
Nope, really.
I
So
saw that that one day I went in where I looked out and found them for
you
us.
got me mine. Yeah.
That's the only time I've ever seen them. And
Yep.
that was just pure luck.
So yeah, if you see the other three, by all means, thank you.
Demon
Thank
Cybertron.
you, Demon.
Thank
Yeah,
you
if
so
you
much.
see the next three, by all means, please let me know because I aim to get the full set of these guys.
Now, Firetox, I was at Walmart today and they had Chrome Dome, Brainstorm, and Hardhead, I think. So you're needing all of them?
So I have the original Hardhead. So I'm not really worried about getting him, but I need the I need Chrome Dome. No, well, not that one, but the Titan Returns one.
The Titan Returns version. This one.
Thanks, Rico.
Right. I have that one. I have the G1 it's half printed, but I have the G1 one, and then I have the Titans Return ones. But I never saw a Chrome Dome when they were out. I never saw the Bat when he was out. No, I can't remember his name. Mind Wipe. I never saw Mind Wipe when he was out. And my Walmart, the one that I have here, I have like 7. And the one that is closest to my house just got a Kingdom figure the other day that was in a random spot. And it never got the Netflix series ever. It never got the second. It never got the Netflix Earthrise figures ever.
I had Netflix Bumblebees shelf warming in my Walmart now. Remember when everybody was killing each other for those?
Yep.
Rita 1 and Wheeljack are shelf warming at my Walmart right now.
I've got like 5 Impactors and Wheeljack today.
Yeah.
All of the speaking of Kingdom, I got to do a huge shout out here. Let me find what I did with him.
Oh yeah,
I picked
The
up.
headmasters are all over the place here. I see
I
them all
picked
the
up
time.
a Bumblebee and an Alita for Lazy Jedi. I don't know if he's in the chat tonight, but
Now, if anybody watches my channel, you know when I reviewed Warpath, I got a jacked up Warpath. and it was a QC issue. The pin holding his turret didn't get pressed in all the way. It got fused, and he had a bad case of floppiness. And I don't think the Adam and Eve blast effect could even help that. So a subscriber to my channel, Eddie Brennan from Wales, sent me a new Warpath today. And this guy, he is unbelievably tight.
So what do you think of him now?
I love him. He's still got a weird transformation for the feet, but
plastic origami is what that's called. That's not even plastic. It's origami.
And this guy's so tight, I was afraid of breaking him. I'm hearing pieces snap, and I thought, shit, I just broke this brand new one. It's just popping into place because it's so tight. I mean, you remember the other one. Check this out.
That's such a cool figure.
So here it is.
Nice.
That's not going anywhere.
Good.
So, Eddie, you are the man. Thank you so much.
It's thick, and it's hard, and it feels good in your hands.
Welcome to
I just put these out today.
I've got my guy here.
Yes, show those off.
Firetox weapon kit. Look at that.
Yeah,
I just my camera sucks, but I just pop these out today because I love the Generations version with the 2 over-the-shoulder weapons that he's got.
Yeah, and
so I made these up. That one's similar. This one's different because the Generations one has the missile launcher, and I'm not trying to 3D print a missile launcher. But you don't even have to take them off for transformation. They stay in the same place.
Nice. I was kind of disappointed while I was doing my Toyhax Jazz review. I didn't even notice that I bought this one from TFCon. I'm pretty sure it's the reissue, but it put the Agent Meister stickers on instead of the Martini Racing. So I'm going to have to go on Toyhax and get some G1 Jazz stickers.
I think the reissue had the Agent Meister stickers.
Okay, he's got to be the reissue. He's got that weird smirk too, but still, these reissues are still great. Die-cast metal, love it.
Yep. Yeah, I've got the old Toys R Us.
That's a smirk. And Agent Meister on both of these.
Yep.
This is the Toys R Us reissue.
Now, that's actually an option on the Jazz set. If that's what you want, it's got the Agent Meister.
That's probably what I'm going to go with because I think the Japanese figure had the Agent Meister stickers, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
What did the American figure have?
Martini Racing.
Martini Racing or Martini
I might go with
Martini Racing.
I might go with that then, just because he's
Studio
Series.
Racing on.
Yeah, he's Studio Series, so I might go with that. I don't know. I'm undecided.
It's funny, the people that were complaining on the Toyhax video are like, how dare you make him look toy accurate? He's supposed to look cartoon accurate. I'm like, my figure.
He's supposed to look however the hell you want him to.
Yeah.
But I never had this guy as a kid, so I've only ever had the reissue one that I believe I bought while I worked at Toys R Us. So to me, it's always been Agent Meister.
I got the original Jazz for Christmas, 1984, and I remember transforming him, and I broke the door on the first transformation. You know how you're a kid, I'm not reading the instructions.
Yeah.
And I just opened that door up, and I don't know if it's still the same, but there's that little metal piece that I snapped right off. So the next day after Christmas, we went to it's a store that doesn't even exist anymore. I can't remember what the name of it was. Went to get another Jazz because I love Jazz in the cartoon. They were all sold out of Jazz, so I ended up getting Sunstreaker instead, which still a great figure, but I was so disappointed when I broke my very first deluxe. I guess they weren't deluxes back then. Regular car transformers
were what they were.
Dude, a buddy of mine in Tennessee, back in my 501st days, we used to do what we called back in the day, we called them armor parties. So if anybody that's familiar with the 501st now, a lot of that stuff is fabricated and molded, and it's just all fabricated parts. But back in the day, we would just build our own weapons and costumes and props with the way that they did it back in the day with the actual movies, is using real life stuff. So we would get closest approximation to actual parts that were used and build our replicas that way. So we were at a friend's house for an armor party, and then that night we're having dinner, and there's a bunch of us there, a bunch of families and whatnot. My oldest daughter, my 21-year-old, she was 2 or 3 at the time. And one of the other guys that was there also had another girl about the same age. And we're all having dinner, hanging out, chatting, whatever. And all of a sudden we're like, where are the girls? They're being awful quiet. We went and found them. They went into his bedroom and they were playing with his G1 figures. There were broken seeker missiles all over the floor.
Oh,
The cars, the Dotson brothers and Jazz and all of those, the back windows all broken off. Every single one. Original G1 figures, not reissues now. This is back in 2002. Reissues were not a thing back then.
I think they were just getting ready to come out in 2002.
Yeah. So
Triple homicide.
It was an awkward night after that. It was bad. It was G1 carnage everywhere. This dude is just, I mean, he didn't lose his temper. He's just standing there with his arms crossed, just looking. And that's kind of like the same expression that we all had. Like, oh my God, what do we do? This is
what do you do now?
Back then, again, going back to 2002, at that point in time, stuff was irreplaceable. You know?
Yeah, you had no idea that Toys R Us was going to bring out new ones. Early on, Raziel said when he popped in, he said, "Howdy," and he said hey to everyone, and then asked, "Have we argued over who is Cyclonus yet?"
No, because we all know.
Yeah, we all agree.
Yeah, it's
Skywarp.
Skyward.
Yeah, without a doubt. There you go. Problem solved. We're here to solve problems, people.
Now, the Rumble versus Frenzy thing, that's another easy one. Blue.
Well,
Nobody's helping me out on that one.
I was watching the movie. I'm trying to remember which color I saw. I was watching the movie the other day, in that first battle on Autobot City, when Soundwave ejects all the cassettes and they're flying.
Yeah,
they're both the same color.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, like, Rumble is red, Frenzy is red. Okay.
yeah. Problem solved. They're all red.
Everyone's right.
That's how they did the coloring in the old Marvel comics. Digging through my issue, reading Car Wash of Doom again, they always had the background characters always solid color. They were always either red or blue.
All primary, so you got to have the ink colors.
And man,
They all look like decoys.
Yeah. And that's another thing. I got to give Toyhax a big shout out. The fact they thought of the Car Wash of Doom for Grease Pit was just
Genius.
amazing. That hit
Absolutely
all the bells
genius.
and whistles for me. I loved it.
Yeah, good on them. They were digging deep.
Yeah.
You know, it's just one of those things where somebody was in the office and they go, you know, I remember one book, one month this came out. Let me see if I can find that. And they're like, this is what we're going to do right here.
And you know what's funny? When I was researching that, Bob Budiansky, that is one of the most hated issues because the story is just stupid. Oh, yeah, that's a great set.
They made the Titans Return Optimus Prime into an Action Master Optimus Prime. I mean, who thinks of that? And whose leg do I have to hump to get my review put on their page for this? I think I'm the only person that's made a review on this.
I will talk to them Monday.
Whose leg do I have to hump to get a dry martini? Kid Toby with the
yes.
Thank you, Kid Toby. Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
Toby.
I got you, Bert. Don't worry.
Yeah. Speaking of building things with
that was amazing.
Yes, I was
cool.
You to show this off.
Speaking, this is what I'm talking about. This is what we used to do. We used to like build stuff with the actual stuff that was used in the movie, you know. And this is the closest. This is the actual model metal detector that they used in the movie.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I was going to ask you if it was because I was trying to look at
the only thing that's an approximation is the potato masher. The one they used in the movie is longer. It comes to about
yeah. Yep.
The one in the movie comes to about here, but it is super hard to find. It's like an old vintage wood handled one. But yeah,
so good.
Yeah, that's amazing. I need
somebody
to watch.
was asking me about the sound.
I think I've only seen it twice.
You only see it in one scene in the second movie, and that's it. And somebody was asking me, like, when they saw the video with the sounds, like, I don't remember the one in the movie making sounds. I'm like, it didn't. I just threw that in there for fun. So,
dude, that looks so good that when
make it go off.
when I saw it, I was certain that it was some kind of actual retail release. That when I looked at the thumbnail, I was like, "Holy crap, that's great!" And then I saw it said "build." I was like, "No freaking way!"
Yeah.
Even then, I
That's
thought it was a
awesome.
kit.
No, he builds these from scratch. You built your own proton packs.
Yep.
Your little Tykes Ecto 1 that you made your daughter is amazing.
She figured out how to turn the light on and off, and then today she figured out how to take the light apart. So that's great.
Good. She'll be doing it next.
Yeah.
He'll have to start training his daughter like I trained Dylan. I don't know if you saw that on my Facebook page where at 2 years old, he's in here looking at my Transformers and not touching the thing.
Mm-hmm.
He had such a hick accent then.
Leon, let me, sorry for the shakiness, but let me show you this.
Hey, no problem. I cut myself off.
So the stuff that's on the floor, that's her pile. So when she comes in here, those are hers. If it's on the shelf, it's mine. And you'll notice there is a PKE meter down there. And then there's a couple of the Kenner. Remember the old Kenner guns and whatnot?
Yeah.
So there's that Gizmo in the Corvette that Dylan likes.
That's awesome.
Hold on, I'm going to blow you up, Bert. I'm artillery, I say that.
Call in EOD.
We got that Gizmo from Target. And my older girls had that pink Corvette stored away when we moved. We found it while we were moving. And I said, don't throw that away. Let me get that. I'm putting Gizmo in it.
Now, speaking of Gremlins, did you see where there's going to be an animated series coming out?
Yeah. Yeah, that's why they got all those Gremlins merchandise all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Well, I saw the Gremlins Super Bowl ad, but I didn't know there was going to be an animated series.
Yeah.
No, I saw that just the other day.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's probably on my 15th Mortal Kombat trailer.
I'm excited.
In the last about year now, all of a sudden there's all these Gremlins products on shelves, all these NECA figures and plushies and all of that. That's tactically done so that when the animated series comes out, kids are familiar with it. They know what it is because they've seen it in the toy shelves. Because if they just release the cartoon as is, kids don't know what Gremlins is anymore.
Steven, is this the big one? Like the adult size or the kids, the one that looks like a replica?
I hope so.
That's awesome. I am excited for Kevin Smith's Masters of the Universe.
Yes.
Oh, have you heard the theme?
No, I haven't. I only have.
Oh yeah, I'll send it to you.
One minor gripe about that, and I'm usually a Kevin Smith fanboy, and I will drink whatever Kool-Aid he serves. I love Kevin Smith, but I have one gripe about that animated series. And this is not a knock against Mark Hamill, because Mark Hamill is an amazing voice actor, and I also love Mark Hamill and everything he does.
He's not Skeletor.
But the fact that they've got Mark Hamill doing Skeletor, even though Alan Oppenheimer is on the cast doing Merman, how do you not have Alan Oppenheimer doing Skeletor? That just
he did a live update about that. There is a reason. It was something about availability. He talked to him. It wasn't anything to do with budget. They reached out to Oppenheimer to do it, but it was something to do with availability and scheduling. So it was originally the goal to have Oppenheimer do that, as far as I remember. But so instead he had him come in as like a cameo special guest kind of thing.
Yeah, but he's reprising Merman.
Yeah.
You gotta go to the park with throat thing.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. And the fact that it's going to be a direct continuation of the original.
Yes,
thank you,
original left off.
Brilliant.
I'm so excited.
And I love how excited Kevin Smith is for it. I just sent you the video of Kevin Smith announcing it, Bert. It's on your Instagram.
Is that the one where he also announces the music? Because the music sounds great.
Yeah.
And if you're not familiar, Bear McCready did the Walking Dead music. He did, what was that pirate show? That's my favorite one. Black Sails.
Black Sails.
Oh my God, look at his face.
Yeah. So, I sent you on
Kevin Smith like this.
So he basically is doing the transformation music between Prince Adam and He-Man. and then the voice actor does I have the power, and then he transitions into where Cringer would turn into Battle Cat, and he's just stoked. Awesome. Really looking forward to that.
I can't wait to hear that.
I'm looking forward to that more than I am or was the War for Cybertron trilogy. That is
especially if they do
brilliant.
2D animation, kind of like
that's the plan, I think.
With Masters, yes, it's going to be anime style.
Yeah.
So
Good.
if you guys watch, if any of you guys watched Voltron Legendary Defenders that came out on Netflix a few years back,
Yep.
it was anime style. It wasn't like full blown anime, but it was obviously influenced by anime. That's what the new Masters is going to look like.
I have that Voltron somewhere.
I got them
Good
right
series.
everything
I got
I've
two of
seen,
them.
it just keeps getting delayed and delayed and delayed, and they finally canned it for this animated series.
I don't
This
think it's happening.
animated series
Yeah.
pulls the audience. If it pulls the audience, then the movie may be greenlit.
Because
I think that's
the
exactly right.
perfect live action He-Man movie already exists.
No, it
no
does
matter what
not.
my kids say.
It is
No,
No
perfect.
it
matter
does
what my
not.
kids
Every
say,
way.
the perfect movie already exists.
That Dolph Lundgren He-Man is garbage.
With Gwildor.
Yeah.
I don't care what my kid says, that's the best movie ever.
What's funny? Have you guys watched the documentary on how they made that and just the struggles? That it
Yeah.
was a constant fight from the beginning.
The budget cuts and the studio is the reason the movie was as bad as it was.
Yeah.
And they actually killed it. They killed the funding of the movie
Mhm.
before they filmed that final fight scene, and that's why it's all in the dark. They filmed that like in a gymnasium.
Yeah.
The director
Terrible.
spent that.
My 16-year-old daughter refuses to watch it. She absolutely refuses. She will not watch it. I've tried so many times and she won't do it.
We just watched it the other night, and Dylan got bored.
It's gloriously horrible.
Yeah,
It's
so bad it's good.
yeah.
That's there's nothing else on middle of the night watch.
You gotta love Frank Langella's Skeletor. He's admitted that's still his favorite role.
For good reason. Now, I mean, Frank Langella did as good as you could do in the situation for
Yeah.
Skeletor.
Given what he had, yeah.
When you take into account around, not too much after that, you get the Super Mario Brothers live action movie, and you see what they did to King Koopa.
That was
It was terrible.
I know a guy that lives near here that he's as big of a fan of that movie as I am of the Masters of the Universe movie.
The
He
Super
must
Mario
be the
Brothers
only
movie?
one.
I
don't think
refuse
I've
to
seen
believe
this
that.
when I rented it.
Dude, he's got posters, he's got paraphernalia, collectibles from that movie, the whole 9 yards. He loves that movie.
That's impossible.
I guess it could have been worse.
Meg Ryan was always hot. She just had the coolest eyes.
Meg Ryan.
Meg Ryan.
Not Meg Ryan. Her name's Meg.
Who
Somebody
was
look
it?
it up. I
Courtney
can't.
Cox? Yeah, you talking about Courtney Cox?
No. Evil Lynn.
No, the one
Meg
that was
Foster. Meg
Oh,
Foster.
Yeah,
Meg Foster.
Lynn. Gotcha.
I knew it was a Meg, damn it.
Meg Foster. Deluxe says he wants to see me as He-Man. So do I.
Hold that power sword up.
Yeah. I'd make a great Prince Adam.
All right, you were talking about Mario Brothers movie. Any of you guys Mortal Kombat fans?
Oh yeah.
I
Yes.
am beyond
I
stoked.
love that first movie.
Oh my gosh.
I
That's the
love
most exciting thing that happened this week.
That was the best movie trailer I've seen forever. It showed enough, especially Sub-Zero freezing that shotgun blast at point blank range. That was awesome.
And then freezing
That-
his arms.
Yeah.
Yes. And the blood, freezing the blood into a sword. It was what they did in that trailer is exactly what trailers should do. And that is they picked up on all the things that they knew people missed from the original Mortal Kombat and said, no, we're fans of the game. We're putting in fatalities, finish him, blood sword, Kano with a heart in his hand. It's all perfect.
Jason, highlight Inotabi's comments.
Hold on, where is he at?
Yeah. Firetox would be man at arms.
Oh yes, genius.
That's
It says Bert will be Stratos.
Which Stratos? Classic Stratos or Sean Connery
no.
2000 Stratos?
Oh no,
PPR is Fisto.
PPR is Fisto.
I will fist you so hard.
PPR will be Fingero. Fisto.
My damn purple
How
blast
did that
effect.
toy even get made?
Because the 80s, they weren't as perverted as we are now.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think they were just as perverted. They just got away with it.
They just
They
didn't
got away with headmasters.
Yeah, there was some dude in the He-Man office that was like, "There's no way they're going to do this." Holy shit, they did it.
Well, look at all the stuff that they snuck in the Disney movies back in the day.
Oh my God. The freeze frames.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The amount of
Redstone
VCRs that
Convoy
burned
said
out trying to
adult
pause
jokes.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Sorry, we can't
You-
promise anything.
It might be in the wrong place.
Hours, and you don't want adult jokes.
It is awful late to stop making those jokes.
Yep.
This,
almost
Yeah.
had
this
it.
video is not COPPA compatible.
If you don't want adult jokes, see that door right there? That's where the kids go. Ionica said he just reviewed Mortal Kombat 11 Baraka. That's a great figure. We figured you were just kidding, Redstone.
Will the new movie have techno though? Because
It has to have that theme. Now, if you watch the trailer 25 times like I did, when Sub-Zero is forming that sword, the theme is there. It's slowed down, but you can hear it.
Oh yeah, they have to use the original theme.
go back and watch it again.
Eagle-eyed viewers, Cabal is in the movie.
Oh man,
Really?
I'm so looking forward
There's
to
a
that.
quick scene where Liu Kang's fighting, and you can see this guy going like this, and he's got the hook swords, and he's wearing a mask. It's got to be Cabal.
Nice.
Looking forward to that. I texted a buddy right away because when the other Mortal Kombat came out, which I still enjoyed back in the day when it came out, for what it was, I texted him. I was like, "All right, as soon as the theaters open up, we got something to go watch, or come over to the house and we'll watch it on HBO Max or whatever." But I have to have him in the house to watch this movie because it's too much nostalgia.
When that first movie came out, though, man, everybody wants to talk about how, oh yeah, that movie was bad. It was good for its time or whatever. But when that movie came out, man, it was considered to be so good. Everybody loved that movie so much.
I think
I
saw
still
it
like
3
it.
times in the theater.
Yeah,
I loved it. I
still like it.
That Annihilation, but
God, I
that
went
first
for
movie
that
was
theater
fantastic.
too. That's the first movie I ever saw. I wanted my money back as soon as I walked out of the theater.
Christopher Lambert as
Oh, he was perfect. Raiden.
Raiden was awesome. Yeah.
Carrie, what's his name? Kerry Taki Hawagua. I can't probably butchered his name, but that Shang Tsung.
Yep.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oddly enough, the fight that Sonya Blade has on the beach, the first time they're kind of egging her on to fight, and she's fighting the dude with the dreadlocks who's jumping around all over the place.
Yeah.
was
yeah.
Liu Kang.
No. There's a black guy, and he like growls at her, but he doesn't look like an animal at all.
He fought Liu Kang.
Was it Liu Kang? I thought he was fighting. It was fighting Sonya.
Don't argue with me on this movie. He fought Liu Kang.
He used to live here. He used to, after that movie came out, there was a Gold's Gym up the street, and that guy started doing classes, and they were using promo material from the movie because he was one of the instructors teaching some kind of thing over at the Gold's Gym here.
Huh.
Yep, he was the first fatality. No, he wasn't the first fatality, but he was the one where Shang Tsung actually goes, finish him.
Finish him.
The first finish him.
Yeah,
What's your
I
dog?
hope they have Scorpion with the spear that comes out of his hand. In the trailer, it's all, the rope, but I would love for that supernatural snake thing that was in the movie because that was awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the snake fire.
Movie, another Mortal Kombat movie that came out some 10 years ago. It was it didn't go out to theaters. It was kind of like a home video sort of a thing, but it's like an anthology. It's like a series of short stories that put the whole thing together.
Oh
and
yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I remember that.
focuses on one character, and the story of Scorpion in that movie was fantastic. Of how he actually becomes Scorpion.
Deluxe says he wants friendships and babalities.
That would be awesome. That would be really awesome.
Friendship.
So they're reading through here.
Street Fighter. Man, you want to talk about one of the worst movies ever made?
Street Fighter.
But
Dude, the
Street
worst
Fighter,
part about
the
movie
lead,
is that was Raul Julia's last movie. That's the worst thing about that.
the
He did have
Street
the best
Fighter,
line.
the Legend of Chun-Li. That was garbage.
Oh yeah.
Garbage.
That movie was awful.
One of the worst movies ever made.
Now, have you seen the new Mortal Kombat animated movie?
No, I haven't. The one Scorpion.
It's gory as hell. It's done in that Warner Brothers Justice League style animation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's where Warner Brothers is killing it with DC. Their animated movies.
Is that the Scorpion movie?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I haven't seen that yet. I want to, though.
Highly, highly recommended. Anybody excited for the new Justice League or the revamped Justice League?
I
really am.
Not really.
I am, yeah. And I'm not even a huge DC fan, so I think I have a little bit of kind of anti-bias. Like, I don't have a lot of expectations, but knowing that they're going to, it's supposed to be like a 4-hour-long movie too.
Yeah.
Cameron Diaz was going to be Sonya?
She sure was, and she broke her wrist or broke her ankle during training.
God.
Had to be replaced.
Thank God she broke something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been an entirely different movie.
The other girl was so much hotter.
The realm gods were looking out for us.
Mortal Kombat Defenders of the Realm, maybe. It was on TBS.
Yeah.
And it sucked.
That was a awful show.
It ranks right up there with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles live action.
The TV show, the Saban one? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the name of the animated movie.
I've tried watching that show 3 times, and I can never get through it, dude. It's so bad. And every time I watch it, it gets worse.
I couldn't make it through the first episode when I saw, I don't remember where I was looking, and I saw it streaming one day years ago. I couldn't do it.
Venus de Milo.
I could not watch that.
Mm-hmm. It was so bad. And then they did the Power Rangers crossover, and they were the bad guys in that because they were brainwashed or something.
Oh, okay.
So bad.
I knew that was a title one of them.
I'll tell you what I'm looking forward to. Talking about animated stuff, there's supposed to be an Invincible animated series coming out.
Yeah,
yes, they just launched the trailer yesterday.
Very excited for that. Oh, is there a trailer now?
Yep.
Oh yeah, I gotta check that out because that's one of the best comic books ever written. So good.
I've never heard of it. So
oh no,
I started Googling.
Man.
That's like The Boys. I never heard of The Boys before.
Yeah. If you get a chance, you need to pick up a trade of Invincible. It is one of the best stories out there. It's done by the Walking Dead guy, I think, right?
Yep, Robert Kirkman.
Yeah, it's a fantastic book. One of the best superhero stories out there. All crossovers are terrible.
Now, I just read a interesting crossover. I got that Terminator one. That was
Terminator Transformers?
Yeah, Transformers versus Terminator.
And verdict?
It wasn't bad. It was different.
Inutabi says we need a Nightmare Batman movie.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. There was the best thing that I've seen about anything like that is there was a bunch of like little 2 or 3 minute shorts that were on Cartoon Network with Batman, and they were amazing. And one of them was like a very Japanese style Batman.
Yeah. Yes, that was weird. That took a couple watches.
That came out on DVD. Yeah, that actually it's another one of those anthology movies, and it's in in continuity with the Batman Begins and what was the one that with the Joker?
Dark Knight Returns or
Dark Knight
Rises, whatever.
Right. Yeah. So anyway, the Christian Bale movies, that animated movie is actually in series with those. It happens between the first and second movies.
Oh.
And it's all like Kato said, it's an anthology, so it's all little animated shorts done in different animation styles. So there's one that's like super anime, and it's just
really good
different animation style. When you first watch it, you're like, what? It's kind of weird the first time you see it because it doesn't seem to like match up. But once you've watched the whole thing, you really do see a continuity of it, and it tells the story after Batman Begins.
Yeah, it took me 2 watches to get it.
Yep, and it leads into the next movie, the one with the Joker.
Oh, and Wanatu said the new Todd McFarlane Spawn cartoon. I like what he's doing right now. He's trying to do like a Spawn multiverse, kind of the Spawnverse thing, where he's bringing all of his different Spawns into one universe, and then eventually the animated series. Yeah, it's going to be good.
I was a huge Spawn collector when those came out back in the day. Yeah. Those were so detailed.
One of the first one, like one of the first ones I got was the medieval spawn, and it was beautiful. That was a gorgeous figure.
That's the only other thing I have that's, I would say, a collection is I have a whole bunch of between 98 and like 2005 Spawn figures and just McFarlane stuff, like the Twisted Fairy Tales figures. And
oh, hell, we're getting masks now, are we? No, you have to do the whole rest of the video.
Where's your bat nipples?
Bat dad.
Don't ask him about bad nipples. No.
We got 10 minutes without an adult joke. Bert Man. Oh, shit.
There we go.
Bert Man the Stormtrooper. There's your new name.
Yeah, Larkin brought it up, and I think Jay Lee brought it up too. Have any of you watched Batman Ninja on HBO Max?
That's one that I haven't.
I watched it. That is the weirdest thing I've ever watched inside of the DC universe.
Yeah, it's one for some reason or another. I just skipped that one.
Like when you have a giant robot made of monkeys, you've gone too far.
That's my interest.
Beast
Optimus Primal? Yeah.
No, I mean giant robot made of like 1 million monkeys.
Oh.
It gets ridiculous.
That sounds like a party.
Yeah.
Then you should watch Batman Ninja.
I hear it's a shit flinger.
Oh. Check, please.
Oh, Harambe.
I will turn my camera off.
R.I.P. Harambe. Yeah, no, that's one that I haven't seen. It's probably the only DC animated.
Yeah, Deluxe. I'm going to deal with that right now.
Deluxe, ready to call it. Thought that was the name of that Batman short. I think it was, and then they basically made an entire flick out of it.
Yeah, because the Batman Ninja was all those different animated styles too. I think that's what we were talking about.
So good. Burt Wayne.
That's right.
Burt Wayne.
Oh, terrible.
That's gonna have to be. You have to get rid of your little Stormtrooper logo. It's just your face and that Batman mask.
I have a better one, but I can't. It's put away. That's one of those Halloween store ones. I think that's the Val Kilmer style mask.
Yeah.
It's just like a Halloween store, like a little cheap one. I have a proper urethane one that was molded for me. If you've ever seen it, it's a fan film. It's called Batman Dead End.
Oh yeah, I saw that. It was really good.
That's the costume that I have.
Did you ever see the Batman versus Darth Vader fan film?
Yeah,
no, I've never seen that.
Fun. There's two. Basically, there was a channel. I can't remember the name of it, but there was a channel that would do one half of a video. They would stop and let fans vote on who would win.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, they did that with Power Rangers, right? And they actually had the what's his name play Tommy.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But then at the end of it, so they would say, who do you want to win? It's kind of like is it called Superhero Showdown? No, it was something else. But
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
At the end of it, they did a whole thing where I won't spoil who won, but if I can think of it, I'll send you that link too. It was wonderfully done, and it was great.
Jason,
and then later on, they'll normally send out the opposite version of that.
And I won't spoil this, but Jason, if you haven't seen Batman Dead End, it's right up your alley. That's all I'm gonna say.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm sure you can find it on YouTube. It's called Batman Dead End. Batman was played by Clark Bartram, who used to be an American Gladiator.
Oh, I think I may have seen it because
And have you seen pictures of my Batman suit from back in the day?
I think so. You share some odd things on Facebook every now and then.
Yeah, so that's the suit that my costume was modeled after, and that's the mask that I have, or the cowl rather, was made by an actual prop maker, and that's the cowl that I have, and that's what my costume was based on.
That is
the only thing I changed on mine was the cape, because cape leather is very, very heavy. So I changed the fabric on the cape so that I could actually, and I put a wireframe in it so that it would actually open up.
It actually is called.
Actually requires me putting Vaseline around the neck to be able to put it on. It's because it's a perfect fit. So I have to fit this in a hole this size. So I have to let the
That's what
mask
she said.
warm so it's soft and it gets more stretch. And I have to put Vaseline on it to be able to put it on. It's a chore.
If somebody chimed in right now, I apologize. That is not what this show is about.
I
Welcome it.
We'll talk about robots.
I'm talking about Batman.
All right, so I just popped the link in.
If you're just hopping in, we don't know. There's no script. We don't know what's going on. Firetox, this is his first experience with us, and he's like,
I just popped a link into the chat for the Batman versus Darth Vader. Don't watch it now. That would be rude. But later, go watch it. It's absolutely brilliant.
I have to look that up. And yeah, and then Jason, you by all means need to watch Batman Dead End. That is right up your alley, dude.
check that out when we're done here. Another DC one, just on a tangent now. I got HBO Max. Has anybody seen Justice League Dark War, Apocalypse War?
Yes.
So
absolutely.
I was going to ask you about that.
Oh my God.
That made me go back and watch every single other DC movie since the Flashpoint Paradox.
Yeah, I went on Google to find out what order to watch those in.
Yeah.
That was an amazing animated movie. It made me sick to my stomach what you see happen to some of your heroes.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love everything DC animated. They're brilliant.
Yeah.
I haven't missed a single one of those.
It's an older one, but Justice League New Frontier.
That's a good
one. Beautiful. Beautiful.
That's my absolute favorite DC animated movie.
My favorite is probably Red Hood.
That's a good one too.
Under the Red Hood is a fantastic,
a really good one.
And
the voice actors were fantastic.
Yeah, and then go way back to oh God, what was it? It was before Under the Red Hood. It was one of the first animated DC films. I'll think of it as we go by, but it was before that. But yeah, Under the Red Hood is one of the
Mask
best.
of the Phantasm.
That's the one. Mask of the Phantasm. Yeah.
Love that movie.
Actually, in theaters. I remember when that one came out.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're
Christmas
all great. Like there's
they released it on Christmas Day and it flopped.
Yeah. If Marvel would get their ish together and do animated series like that, they could kill it.
Isn't that weird? That Marvel kills it with the live actions, but their animated movies aren't that great. And then DC's kind of the other way around. Their animated movies are perfect. And their live action, I'm a DC fan. I grew up reading DC instead of Marvel. So I'm in the minority. I'm a huge DC fan. But even I have to admit the live action DC movies have a lot to be picked apart.
Well,
I would argue Into the Spider-Verse might be one of the best superhero movies I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah.
Live action or otherwise.
But it was built to do that.
I didn't like it because I'm such an old school Spider-Man fan. But then as it went along, and I think the biggest shocker for me was when the woman turns into a Doc Ock. Yeah. And I'm all about the Elseworld, being a DC fan too. Yeah. I love Elseworlds where you don't know what to expect. And all of a sudden, here's Doc Ock as this woman with these weird air-powered or jelly-powered tentacles. I just thought it was amazing. And then watching the movie again, I was like, I should have caught that up because she had her hair done up looking like the back of an octopus.
Yeah. H&E says they're releasing a sequel to New Frontier called
Justice League World War II or something. I saw a trailer for that the other day.
There's also a new Superman movie that's supposed to reboot the DC animated universe. That's really good. It's on HBO Max too, but I can't remember the name.
Yeah, it's the new. It's basically the it's relaunching. If you watch. There's a stopping point after New 52 that basically this is the new reboot of the whole thing, and it's done really well.
If you're going to reboot a universe, starting off with Lobo as the villain,
it's really, really good.
Yeah, it goes pretty. It gets pretty intense.
Yeah, it's a fantastic. I love their animated stuff, like the Bruce Timm. What Bruce Timm started in the 90s and. The best thing that happened to DC. Take it easy, kid.
Those series were so good.
Yeah, that was
that was good. Yeah. Superman Unchained was great.
Red Sun was good.
Oh
Red
yeah,
Sun was good. That was a good book. That was a good
it was.
series.
I was gonna say the book was fan. That book came out what 94, 95. It had to be.
Was it that long?
Because
Not long after the
I'll
Dark
tell
Knight.
you why I know that. I'll tell you why I
Wow.
know that. I joined the army. I went to basic training. I got to my first duty station in 94. In February of 95, I went to JRTC in Fort Polk, Louisiana. And I went to the PX and bought that book. And that's what I had with me to read was Red.
I won't. You don't want to see this country accent as Batman.
What now?
That'd be terrible. Deluxe said he wanted to see me as Batman.
I had
Yeah,
laid
well,
on country superheroes. My son is obsessed with Spider-Man. And he told me the other day, he says, Daddy, I really wish I had Spider-Man powers. I'm like, son, we live in West Virginia. What are you going to do, swing from a tree?
Well, tell him to go crawl under the house and wait for a spider to get him.
Yeah.
There's an animated short on YouTube. I'm a huge Spider-Man fan, obviously. Big Spider-Man fan. And it's basically Spider-Man is out in the middle of nowhere and he runs on top of this barn, throws his web out there and just face plants on the ground. It's very short. Very, very short. But he just runs on top of this like red barn, jumps, and you see splat. It's great.
Something similar to that happens in a book about the Scarlet Spider when he moves to Austin, Texas.
Yeah.
And he's thwip, 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 no more city. And it's hilarious.
JJ, I am Godzilla all the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Godzilla.
That is
I was
one
just
movie
looking
that
today.
I have to go watch that in theaters. And here's a problem that I have. My 2-year-old daughter loves Godzilla. She calls him Gala. And she loves Godzilla. She has Godzilla toys. We watch the old Japanese movies because they're funny. And she absolutely loves them. And like we're all huge Godzilla movie fans here in the house. My wife not so much, but me and the girls they grew up with that stuff around me. So when the new Godzilla movie started coming out, my now 16-year-old, she was really excited to go watch those in theaters. The first time that we watched that first trailer, where all you see is like in the night, in the rain, and you see the flares go up into the sky. And all of a sudden, they just kind of light up.
Oh, yeah.
And Godzilla screams. And she actually jumped in the theater, and we were so excited to see that. My 2-year-old, again, she loves Godzilla, but there's no way I'm going to be able to take her to see that in a theater where she's, A, going to sit still, and B, not have the shit scared out of her at some point, if not several times during that movie, and scare the crap out of her. And I don't want to do that to her. But I gotta go see that movie in theaters, and I hate not taking her to it, man.
I'm with Mark Knoll.
Favorite movies.
I like Kong. I'm a Kong guy.
Curtis Schultz, I was August of 94 in Fort Lost in the Woods, Missouri.
My 4-year-old's 2 favorite movies is Into the Spider-Verse and King of the Monsters. And she's been begging me to try to find a Mothra plush because we found the little Godzilla plush, and then we found a King Ghidorah plush at FYE randomly one day. And it's gold, and it's only like this tall.
All right, which one of you guys are near an FYE?
I used to be gone.
There's one at my mall.
Those dirty bastards at Funko decided to make a V exclusive to FYE.
Yeah.
It's Diana with half her face missing.
Nice. The one in the mall disappeared. Delmus Dugan to the rescue, by the way. He just sent me a link to Mortal Kombat Legacy, all episodes. That was the series.
That's what it was.
That was the web series?
Yep.
Share that link.
Larkin mentions Mechagodzilla. I've seen several people talking about Mechagodzilla in this new movie, where they picked it out of in the trailer. I've watched both trailers about 50 times, and I have not been able to pick up. Maybe I'm just
at the very beginning of the trailer.
Anything about a Mechagodzilla?
At the very beginning of the trailer, when everyone's running, if you look at what's coming behind them, it's got a bunch of red lights, and those red lights match photos that were leaked from a toy convention where they had all of the Godzilla versus Kong toys up, and there's Mechagodzilla toys. that are a silver-looking Godzilla with a bunch of red lights.
Huh.
So
So that's
to see how they add that into the monster verse, unless it's
so more than likely that'll be the thing. Is they're gonna fight throughout the movie, and then they're gonna team up to fight Mechagodzilla. And
It's typical superhero versus
Yeah.
plot.
yeah, Batman v Superman.
Yeah.
Right.
Hate, bigger threat, fight.
Mothra. Why did you say Mothra?
Why did you say Mothra? Why did you say that name?
All right, what else we got to talk about? We
didn't
went
have
off.
anything to talk about.
We got about 10 more minutes because Bert has got to get up early in the morning, and
Yes,
I
I
promised
do.
him we would end at 10:30.
Yes, I do. My daughter has her first competition tomorrow, and we have to be very, very far away, very, very early in the morning.
Now, your state never shut down completely, did it?
Mm-mm. No, not completely. No, there's a lot of shutdown, but not complete. No,
Yeah, we
I
didn't.
think
Even,
the parks closed for like a couple weeks, 2 weeks, maybe something like that. Like all the big parks. That was about it.
I'm going to move to Florida just because of recent events. I love my state, so yeah, we didn't really close down that much either. If my job was more friendly, if my job was more local, if I did more work here in the state, I'd have been fine. But unfortunately, it takes a lot of travel.
Highlight JJ
So.
Prime.
What's that?
Patriot, highlight JJ Prime.
I'm looking.
Oh,
He doesn't have tons. He has metric tons.
Have you met me?
he has
Have you heard of a little series that I do?
anus loads of primes.
There's a little something called That's Just Prime, a little series on YouTube.
And he loves that toy.
And I love that toy.
Oh, I got a story for you guys. Bert knows it. Kato kind of knows it. So I get a comment on my Jazz or my Grease Pit decal review. And this guy says,
Oh
hey,
yeah,
a fan of yours made this, and gives me this YouTube link. So I pull this YouTube link up, and somebody has taken my voice disclaimer, my Patriot Prime reviews is not a channel, has taken all of that. Then they took the audio from my TF Reviewers intro. If you hop on my channel, I have this intro video. And then he cut it, all the pieces, and at the end of it says, and welcome to Patriot Prime Reviews. But his whole video is like these Japanese characters talking with my voice over the same thing, like he's promoting his channel as me. So I got on there and I commented, I said, hey, I want you to take this off now because I'm going to ask my permission to do this, or I'm going to file a copyright claim. Of course, I filed the copyright claim first. And damn, I just thought that was weird as hell.
people are weird, man.
I had somebody on Etsy trying to sell roller. They took a couple of my parts, and there's another guy, Funby Studios, who does awesome work. They took some of his parts and they had them all as one set and had them up on their Etsy store. And I hit them up and I said, like, what are you doing? That's like, none of this work is yours. Like, take it down. No, this is mine. I know for a fact, my friend, I watched him design this. And I said, okay, because some of the parts that I have, if you download the files and you look real hard, there's watermarks in them. So I said, okay, go ahead and look for the watermark that's in that file. Because it was something I was playing with at one time. And then they still wouldn't take it down. So I contacted Funby. He had to contact Etsy at the same time I contacted Etsy to get the store pulled down. But they were just grabbing anything they could off of any of the websites. If it was a free model, they would grab it, print it.
Yeah,
hey, look at our new work.
Look for at some point. Look for a Greatest American Hero costume for sale, especially if it's from a Chinese website. And look at the pictures of the model.
Is it you?
Oh no!
They took pictures of me at Dragon Con.
Oh no!
Yeah. So the suit is 100% made by my wife. And we spent months freeze framing that show. We got the complete set on DVD, and we freeze framed the crap out of that and researched the materials, everything. And she made a replica of that suit so convincing that William Cat couldn't keep his hands off me. Like I mean that 100% literally.
That's not why.
He was grabbing me, and looking at my wife, going, "You made this? Like, this is the same material. This looks like my suit." Like, he couldn't believe it. Same story with Dean Cain. He thought I had one of his Superman suits. If that speaks to my wife's level of talent, she's just on another level. So, 100%
framed my Jason Part 6 costume, and nobody grabbed me.
Dude, she made her own patterns for that suit. And then, of course, we go to Dragon Con and people are just losing their minds over this costume. And then I go to MegaCon with it, and I'm taking pictures with William Cat. And so somebody got pictures of me, and they used those pictures on their websites to sell their cheap-ass costume. They have a picture of the costume, and then they have a picture of me right next to it, and it's very obviously not the same costume. And I've had to have them take them down so many times. But now all the ones that remain now are all in China, and they don't give a crap.
It's because they're made in China.
Yeah.
The like fairly recently, I had like a few of us actually have one guy that was one channel that would take a bunch of our videos and like edit them together into one review. And you would see like my watermark, like the Kato's collection little orange logo with my guy doing this over on the
Patriot
side.
Prime along the bottom of mine.
Yeah, you could see it, and there was a ton of comments on there. It was like, hey, you the least you could do is let these guys know that you're using their stuff, tag them in the videos or whatever. But it was just some non-American reviewer that was basically just making clips. It was a 10-minute long video of just multiple clips of different reviewers, and there were a bunch of us on there. I mean, there's not a whole lot you could do about it, but
Jason, can you share your screen if I send you a picture?
I'll try.
It should pop up as a thing.
Yeah, look at that picture I just sent you. Back when my YouTube channel was actually doing well, a couple years ago, I actually had to go like every month or so. I had to do searches on YouTube for That's Just Prime or Bert the Stormtrooper and filter them by video this year, because there was people that just kept downloading and re-uploading my videos to their channels. and I brought it up to YouTube, and YouTube's attitude about it was that was up to me to look that up.
Wow.
Now, let you and me put up a 10-second clip of a song, and they're on us like white on rice. But these guys were re-uploading my videos left and right, and there was repeat offenders. And they're like, no, that's up to you. You need to look for them. You need to find them, and you need to report them. We'll take them down when you report them.
Bert, I can't get it to pull up. My Facebook won't load because I'm running this at the same time. And I guess Lisa and Dylan's downstairs watching Hulu or something, so not working.
I think that NECA was going to do Greatest American Hero stuff. Didn't they get the license to do that?
I didn't hear anything about that.
I could have sworn somebody was doing that. Or maybe it's Mego. Maybe I saw a Mego or something.
There was a Mego that was made for MegaCon. That same MegaCon that I met William Cat at. There was a special edition Mego figure.
Yeah, maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
I wanted to get it so bad, but it's way too expensive.
$650.
Let me get that blown up so everybody can see it real good. Love the hair, man. Wow.
That's
real.
That's interesting.
And why is that not your profile picture?
Right?
Yeah, that's the real question.
It has been.
Wow.
That is the real question. Why am I just now seeing that?
Well, you've obviously because you're not on Facebook and you don't see the endless
That's fair.
Stream of idiocracy that I post on Facebook.
Oh, it's terrible, dude. Bert and I are on there all day, just back and forth. Well, Mike and I too.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
NECA toys, Dark Conan. I haven't really had any problems. I've had one figure have a break, and that was one of my Predators. A spear tip broke off, and that's because he fell off the damn shelf. The biggest problem with NECA figures is getting them to stand up because they're usually locked in such an odd pose, and they sell stands, but the stands really don't work that good.
Mm-hmm. That's my problem with the Gremlins figures.
Yeah. NECA is great, but warm water is your friend.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
NECA, my NECA Gremlins, every one of them, every single one of them, they come out of the box. Those joints are stupid tight.
Yeah.
In fact, my Stripe, one of his ears broke right out of the box. Me trying to pose him, I broke off one of his ears, and I got the little round stands for them, and then I put them up on shelves. And about a week later, they start falling because there's those like I said, those joints are super stupid tight out of the box. But then about a week later, they get soft, and those ankles won't hold their weight anymore, and they just fall. Because you've seen Gremlins' legs are like that thin, and they just fall over. And half of my Gremlins on my shelf right now are sitting on their backs.
And another thing is razor blades are good are a good idea with NECA stuff, because every once in a while you're going to have to make a small incision on some dried paint within joints.
Mm-hmm. And usually to pose them just right, because they're so top heavy, these figures are thick.
Yeah.
I put every one of them in an action pose to distribute the weight. This is the best pose, which actually works real good for the Terminator. He's got one arm outstretched with the Uzi, the other arm outstretched with the 9mm, and it just works.
Right here. Earlier this week, you see my Krang?
Hold on. Let me get you blown up.
So this guy right here, earlier this week, I found him on the floor, and he knocked over all of these guys. I look over now, and he's leaning back against the turtle shell.
That's just because Krang is an alcoholic.
So
such a cool looking figure.
I
have avoided those.
Stay standing for more than 3 days at a time. He's always falling over. See how he's falling back?
I've avoided those because they are so tempting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A buddy of mine just called me today because I've got the movie shredder. I've got the Super Shredder, and I've got the movie One Shredder up there. And a buddy of mine just called me. He was at his Walmart, and they had a 2-pack of Splinter and Shredder. I'm like, 2-pack? Send me a picture, because I don't have a Splinter. So he sends me a picture. It's sure enough, it's a 2-pack. It's the movie Splinter with the movie Shredder, and it's that exact same Shredder that I already have. I'm like, dude, I'm not paying $50 for a figure I already got.
Yeah.
I just can't do that. I want that Splinter, but I don't need another Shredder.
Yeah, I think this is the one you're talking about, Mark. This is the one that spear broke. The tip of the spear snapped, and I had to super glue it back on. And I had this guy pre-ordered forever. And I mean, the day I stood him on the shelf, I put him on the shelf, and I sat down to edit a video. He came crashing down. That spear went flying. And now he was in the back of my display, so everything else is now fell against the wall.
I love what NECA does. I just have to really try hard not to get certain NECA things. I really wanted to go. I've got a few of the turtles, the animated painted turtles.
The animated ones, yeah,
so
beautiful.
But I could not go in on any more. I was like, I've got to pick my battles, and they were killing me because I never saw Rocksteady and Bebop, not one.
I got them too.
But I saw the Triceratons, and I was like, oh my gosh.
I got those for Christmas, the Triceratons.
Yeah, I see them back there. They look so good.
Look at this.
Nice.
Why have we not seen it in Usagi Yojimbo yet?
Right? I mean, at the pace they're going, we're going to see it at some point because they're releasing everybody. We got 3 Triceratons, for God's sake. We're going to get them. The Dimension X lieutenants are the ones that I'm waiting for. The General Trag and
Trag.
I'm not waiting for. They've been released. I've never seen them, and I want them so bad.
What's
brother.
up, man? I haven't talked to you in ages.
Love brother Kyle.
What was I going to say? Well, yeah, I love NECA, but fortunately, I have reeled myself in. I've got a Marty McFly. I want to pick up a Doc. I know he's out right now. I've got all the Terminators except Sarah Connor and John. Pretty much all the Predators I want. I've got the City Hunter, Jungle Hunter, the Alpha, and the Clear City Hunter, and this one really cool one. And I just got him just because I thought he was cool looking. So he has the best Predator face out of the entire series. And what sucks is he has the helmet that's electronic that lights up, but his face looks so good I don't even put the helmet on him.
Yeah.
And I've all the 13th ones anxiously awaiting the release of part 7 supposedly in April.
I have nearly gotten you the Sarah Connor one because I think I texted you. I saw it in store, but I had already left by the time we were able to, talk. And by the time I went back, it was gone. But the Sarah Connor 2-pack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, still need that. I don't know where I'm going to put it.
Yeah. Hi. Going to bed?
Yeah,
Curtis.
It's 10:37. We can cut this off so Bert can go to bed. Do his daddy duty.
Good night. Get some rest. She's so nervous.
Good luck tomorrow.
Yeah, good luck.
I'm rooting for you.
It's her first solo in competition.
Ooh,
nice.
So
enjoy it. You'll only be able to say that once.
From
now on, it'll just be another one.
Yeah.
Enjoy your first.
Yeah. Yeah. Tomorrow there will be a lot of drinking Monster and crying.
Maybe throw
Hey, that's me every day.
So she's been dancing competitively in a team for years. And this is the first time she gets a solo.
Me too, but it's nude. Nobody wants to see that.
Promoting that on my channel, his channel, his other website is just not bringing in the money.
Yeah,
they said there was money in this. I have not seen any yet.
I started in OnlyFans, but nobody wants to buy fans because everybody's got AC now.
I know. I literally wanted to do an OnlyFans channel, but apparently people want air conditioner and heat.
I bet you if you did a channel of 3-hour videos of just fans running, it would make money.
Mom needs my help. I'll be right back.
And call it OnlyFans.
Yeah. Enjoy the Optimus Primes.
I'd play that old music, but you get copyright striked against it.
Yeah.
What I did that on a video not too long. He was talking about copyright strikes, and it amazes me what'll ding you. Yeah. I did that Terminator review, and if you watch my NECA reviews, I always do the music. I had so much of the movie into my reviews, and I had the 12 seconds of the for the intro music, the Terminator.
It's all
demonetized.
Oh, I got hit really hard on my 80s cartoon intros. My top 10 cartoon intros of 86 or something like that. It's my own fault because I played the entire intro. So the songs got it. But
I was really surprised my V video didn't get taken down because I put a lot of clips in there.
Yeah.
But
I think it's music. Like the clips don't really do it. It's the music in the clip. So if there's like a licensed song playing in the background of a clip, it's going to get dinged. But if it's just like script, like actors acting with maybe a light score behind it, I think you're probably fine.
Hey, we're going to make this odd for a second. We're going to leave Mike and Firetox to entertain you guys. I just drank all this lemonade and I got to pee.
Go. If you shake it more than twice, you're playing with it.
Shake it a third time for Kato.
Yeah, shake it 4 times and say my name. The don't do that. That's weird. Hey, while they're gone, anybody in chat want to talk about something? Hey, brother Kyle, you sexy beast. We've confused everyone. Yeah, Curtis, you asked earlier about the Super 7 Thundercats. As a company, I really don't like Super 7 for reasons, but as a company that makes really cool toys, I love them because I've got Wave 1 and I've got Mumra and Tigra ordered from the next wave.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of cherry picking the line, but absolutely great figures, fantastic accessories. Definitely worth getting them. Are you into Thundercats at all, Firetox? Do you?
I mean, I'm into lots of stuff. The problem is, and it's gotten worse since I started doing this, is all of my extra ends up going towards whatever Transformers are coming out, which this year has been hell on my wallet with all the pre-orders. Printing supplies, because I printed enough. This is actually, it was kind of impressive. I printed enough of the Nemesis sets to have to get more filament so I could finish, because a bunch of people wanted them, which is awesome.
It's actually Bert.
Yeah,
Just Bert buying them all up. Who's
really quick while we have 50 people in here, I just want to show this off again. God Almighty, Firetox, you awesome bastard!
So originally, it had all 4 of your names next to the seats, but I could not get that to print. And it's
All right, we have a special guest.
Inutabi's fault.
Oh, Dylan.
Hey, Dylan.
Hey.
The newest reviewer in the family.
I'm gonna have to send him some rollers to review.
He loves your rollers. He's got half of the ones you sent me. This is the guy who makes those rollers.
Yeah.
Okay, why are you showing that? So you want to tell everybody about your channel and what you're wanting to do with your subscribers and get the.
Yeah, I'm going to do a live channel whenever I get 100 subscribers.
He wants to do a live show when he gets 100 subscribers. He's at 79 right now.
Oh man, you're going to be there in no time.
Please. You want to show what was your newest review?
The Predator.
Okay, show this off.
Look, Predator.
This thing surprised me how awesome it is.
That's that kind of budget 12-inch Predator line at Walmart, right?
Yeah, it was like $19.99. It's electronic. Let me see if I can get the light to.
No,
Okay.
So this is what I asked you the other day. They made these in 12-inch.
Wow.
So all of these little aliens, they made them to scale with that
Oh,
Predator,
Jesus.
and I saw them at Walmart for $10 a piece.
Yeah, there's Bert.
Bert's. It's
All
only
right, tell
10.
them what the name of your channel is.
Have they never subscribed to me?
Probably not. There's 50 people right now watching us that may go subscribe to your channel if you ask them and tell them what you do. Tell them your channel's name and what you review.
My name for my channel is Dylan's Toy Box. It's on YouTube, and I'll review any toy I get.
Pretty much. Funko Pops, Predators.
I don't review pillows like this.
Why not?
Well, I just don't.
How's
You
your
don't?
review of the pillow? Yeah, it's red and it's fluffy.
Yeah, and it's the devil. I like my devil. His name is Spike.
Well,
You know,
Dylan, I
Bert
just
needs to do a
subscribed.
whole review like that.
I just subscribed, Dylan.
There's another subscriber. Right there's 80. Well, you tell him that's Mr. Kato.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Dylan,
Gremlin.
somebody says, what's your favorite toys?
Well, my favorite toys is Funko Pops.
Well, they're not really toys.
Well,
You like your Imagine X characters, right? You're always
my favorite toy actually to play with is Army Men.
Yeah. All
This
the
is one of my favorite
toys we
toys.
get him, and his favorite toys right now are those core figures.
Oh yeah, those are great.
He's got tons of those things. He ripped this guy open out of the package, and he immediately killed 15 of the core members. So
That's accurate.
Kill him, I just faced him with one guy.
okay,
My favorite guy I play with.
okay.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, how are you?
Now there's Mr. Bert.
I'm
Hi,
doing good.
Dylan.
That Bert's your number one subscriber.
I'm your number one subscriber, dude.
Or as you say it, subscriber.
This is one of my favorite toys.
That is a big gremlin.
I heard you go shopping with that guy.
It's yes, I put him in the shopping cart in the baby seat in the shopping cart.
Hey,
One to one scale, Kato.
89 subscribers.
You have to be kidding me.
No, look here, right here.
Next subscriber, I get 90.
Yep, 89.
Nice.
90. You better start cranking out more reviews.
Kato, this is a 1 to 1 scale.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
This is an actual replica of the puppets used in the movie.
No, that is awesome.
That is awesome.
So this was made by a sculptor who got their hands on, and the neck on this thing is just, but there's a sculptor that got their hands on one of the actual movie used puppets. And he used that puppet to sculpt this one.
Nice.
So this is a near identical replica of the puppets used in the movie. It is a puppet. You can put your hand in it and you can work them. You can work the mouth, you can work the neck, and you can work the ears on this. 3 differences between these and the movie ones. The eyes are painted on, where the ones in the movie had like the Furby eyes. So there was a little trigger for your finger that you would pull back and forth, and it would make the eyes go side to side. This doesn't have that. These are just solid painted. And then the ones in the movie they required 3 people to operate. So one person puppeteered the head. The feet had rods that came out. So one person would move the rods to make them walk. And then the elbows had rods that came out and had a trigger on them. And they pulled the wire. So they would move the arms. The forearm would move. And then when they pulled the trigger, it would close their hands like this.
Hey.
So the third puppeteer was moving the arms. So this doesn't have the pipes coming out of the rods coming out of the elbows and the feet, and the eyes are just static. But other than that, it's a perfect replica of the movie used puppets. I love this thing.
That is awesome.
I had so much fun on Halloween chasing kids around with this thing.
Do you remember who did the voice of Gizmo?
Yeah, it was
Howie Mandel.
Howie Mandel.
Howie Mandel. Good old Howie
Can
Mandel.
one of you guys throw a link to Dylan's channel in the chat, because I can't pull up another screen to do it.
Yeah, I got you.
Somebody's asking.
Are you got it, Kato?
93 subs now,
Yeah, I think I got it still up from before. I still have it up.
I have 99.
93.
Hmm.
7
Yeah,
more.
I had so much fun with that puppet on Halloween, because it's funny how even though it's on my arm, it's kind of like that Sesame Street syndrome. You know, kids go on Sesame Street and they can see the puppets on the puppeteer's arms, but to them the puppet is still real.
That's right.
You know, it's such an impressive piece that even with him in my arm, when I would interact with people and with kids, they were still reacting to the gremlin. So when I would hiss at them or like lunge at them or whatever, it would actually scare them. It was awesome.
Little known Kato fact. I puppeteered for a kid show for many years.
That's cool.
Nice.
For a local kids show for them. It's a lot of fun. I had a little blue monster named Ozzy.
That's so awesome.
Nice.
Hey, Patriot, if I put a link in the chat, is it going to let me?
I don't know.
I got it. It's up there.
It's up there? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Is somebody
There's your link.
I just threw it
Do
up.
you
again.
want somebody to ask you a question?
Yeah?
Yep. And there it is again. Perfect.
Ask me a question. I like questions. I like questions a lot.
Here's a question. Will you take over for me? Because I got to go to bed.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. You just have to get in that box right there.
Yeah. You need to come over here.
Just jump in this box.
Come
I
here.
can get you
Come here. Come here.
That'll be neat if you would just transport you to Bert's house.
Mm-mm.
I mean, H&E did it.
Oh, yeah.
H&E came to my house and the Kato's house.
Hey,
I'm
Dylan,
following
you're
a copyright
96
claim.
Subscribers now.
Oh my God.
Oh, my
I'm filing a
God.
copyright claim right
I'll
now.
do a special review. Somebody says, do you like G.I. Joe?
Well, my dad is into it a lot. Well, you know?
No.
I don't think he has any
All the
G.I.
cartoons.
Joe.
Now, there was a great video I had of him. I think he was 3, and I played the intro of the G.I. Joe movie, which love Transformers, but the intro to the G.I. Joe movie, best
Oh, yeah.
cartoon
There's
intro.
a channel on YouTube that plays the old cartoons
Like it, I
24/7.
don't really watch it, and
Oh, who's your favorite Transformer?
I think Optimus Prime.
Optimus Prime.
Has to be Optimus Prime.
There's a channel on YouTube, Dylan, that plays the old G.I. Joe cartoons 24/7.
He knows somebody that has them all on DVD.
Yeah.
You can watch.
No,
you can watch them
That's
all on
usually what
Tubi.
I put on.
I
Like,
got an Optimus Prime Funko Pop. Do you want to see it?
yes, I do.
Hold.
Are you gonna do a review on it?
He
did a review on
did a review on it.
If anyone needs to watch any of this stuff, Tubi is the place to go. I've been binge
Yeah,
watching
Tubi.
Beast Wars.
I got Toby. So I got a Fire Stick down in the living room, and usually whenever I just, if we're doing like at the end of the day, we're like making lunches for the next day and cooking dinner or whatever, I just put something on in the living room as background noise to entertain the kids.
That's where I found the
For the baby.
Conan cartoon.
That YouTube channel that plays G.I. Joe 24/7, that's a go-to for me. I just put that on, and she loves Emilia loves G.I. Joe cartoon.
That
And
that
Transformers.
cartoon still holds up.
Here he is.
That is awesome, Dylan. She's also gotten into Cyberverse, so we put Netflix on and play Transformer Cyberverse, which I never watched, so I'm watching now with her. She loves it. No,
I
I'm
also
really
got
not.
one fun one.
Go to bed, Bert. I'm
I
right
gotta go,
behind you.
man. I gotta get up so early. and I
Yeah,
gotta
we need to
drive
cut.
so far.
Oh, Dylan, you are one subscriber from 100 now.
Okay, one more subscriber for Dylan, so I can go to bed. Let's
Yeah,
go.
we'll get him 100, and then we'll call it a night.
Alex Johnson,
He's
Sean
there.
McGaggart,
100.
Jay Lee. Come on, somebody go.
100. 100. He's there.
Just hit it.
He's there.
Mine says
You got it.
95.
There
Mine
you
says
go.
96.
You got it.
100 subscribers, Dylan. Good job.
You know how long it took me to get 100 subscribers?
No kidding.
How old are you, Dylan?
I'm 6.
I got
6 years old.
35.
You'll be 7 in April.
All right, guys.
All right, Bert,
Dylan-
Dylan
thanks so
has,
much
like-
for stopping by.
Bye-bye.
Go ahead. Do your thing.
Thanks for having me. Do my thing. What thing?
How do you
out.
leave?
Oh, I got up and walked off. I clicked the leave studio button. All right, so Bert the Stormtrooper on YouTube. I do a little series called That's Just Prime. Go check that out. I do have some new Prime videos planned and coming soon. I was actually expecting a figure in the mail today, but it didn't arrive. So hopefully next week I'll have a new That's Just Prime. I actually got a couple Primes that I've been stacking up to start putting that series out on a more regular basis. So go check that out. Give me some thumbs up, subscribe, share with your friends if you like what you see. Go subscribe to all these guys if you haven't already. Go subscribe to Dylan if you haven't already. And go to Firetox's site and check out his 3D printed stuff because it is awesome. I
remind me to send
arms.
you one of these, Bert.
Dude, let me see that.
Let me blow him up.
Oh, dude, guys, look at that. That is
That looks
so-
just like the Kenner toy.
yeah,
That's what I modeled it off of, and the colors.
that is so cool.
My camera sucks. You'd be able to see it. It's got all the knobs, everything. It even has the concave screen because it was in 1988.
Nice. All right, we're going to wrap it up. Let all these guys go to bed. It's now 11 o'clock. And
So I'm only a half an hour late.
every one of you, thank you so much for hopping on. We always have such a good time doing this. It's like hanging out at Applebee's without the beer and steak. So, and like Bert
Speak for
said,
yourself.
subscribe to all these guys. Visit Mike's channel. Mike has a plug yourself, Mike. You got a Facebook page. You got your website.
Visit me too.
Visit him too.
Visit Dylan first, then you can find me on Facebook, Firetox Designs or 3DP Transformers. I think is what the site's called on is the actual Facebook group. You can find all my stuff on Thingiverse. It's all free. It always will be. I have a Patreon if anybody wants to support. There's a couple of little bonuses now that I just rolled out recently for that. Yeah, that's it. That's really it. I make weapons.
Search
And,
Firetox Designs, and you'll find the Facebook page and the mini factory.
Yeah, and it's
I
Firetox.
just did it.
Not
does it work
Firetox.
that fast now?
Yeah,
Okay.
literally.
All right,
The first page is the Facebook page. The second page is the my name.
All right,
Nice.
Dylan, we're closing out. What do you say at the end of a video? Look at them. Don't forget to like.
Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. And this is Dylan's Toy Box signing out. Hoo-ah.
Hooah!
Hooah.
Mike, this is a no-no, buddy. You got.
Did I do the thing? Did
Yeah, that's a no-no.
Sorry.